Let's go over to the MCU. Chris Hemsworth comes out and says, quote, I became a parody of myself in Thor Love and Thunder. Well, that's an understatement. But that's not your fault, Chris. That's the script's problem. And I blame Taika Waititi. And I know that a lot of people won't like this, but who's also in charge of the MCU? Kevin Feige, guys. So everybody will be like, no, it's just Taika Waititi's problem. No, it's I absolve Hemsworth of this. I blame Taika Waititi, and I blame Kevin Feige for allowing it to happen, because he still has say into the final products. Kevin Feige, and everybody's like, well, no, he was so spread out. He just was there in the backgrounds, kind of thing. No, guys, he's still the big head honcho. So the last word does come from him, Feige, and I know that starts to show like chinks in his armor, kind of thing. That, remember, we all used to be, we in Feige we trust, and we blindfoldly would follow whatever Kevin Feige would do. But the MCU is in such rough shape now. Guys, it would be irresponsible to not say that partially this is Kevin Feige's fault. And Thor Love and Thunder had a good cast. It had a good premise. Could it have been saved by reining in some of Taika Waititi's instincts? Like the goats? No. Like, that doesn't change the movie, right? You take those out or you dial them back, it doesn't change the movie. There's something structurally wrong there with the narrative. You've got Christian Bale. Let Christian Bale do stuff. And it's just like, anyway. Yeah, so in a new profile in Vanity Fair, Hemsworth said this: I got caught up in the improv and the wackiness, and I became a parody of myself. I didn't stick the landing. Close quote. Yeah. Yeah. And I have no problems with improvisation. But I always, if you don't know me, I'm always, this is just a notebook, but I'm always the guy championing the script. This is what we wrote first, guys. We're going to shoot this first. I know the dialogue you may want to tool around with, but we're going to shoot it. We're going to shoot the lines from the script, and then we're going to improvise. We're going to try to, work with it a little bit. If you got an idea, let's try it. If we got time, if this is the last thing we're done today, and we got an extra 20 minutes or so, fine. Let's work with it. But let's try to find that delivery, right? That's what I like about acting and working with actors too, is finding it. Because sometimes, and that's what I've liked about publishing these little shorts. I'm doing like these little worst lines in cinematic history stuff, because not like the line may be terrible, like they sucked his brains out. Like, how are you going to say that convincingly, right? But Michael Ironside found a way to do it. So, like, it's about finding that delivery of making it believable, making it fit the situation of the scene and the tone of the scene, right? And then when you got a whole bunch of like takes that are all improv, and you try to stitch it all together, you lose the narrative that was trying to be established in your script. So these things happen. But then again, it should fall to the editors, producers, Kevin Feige, directors, Taika Waititi, to call that out and say, well, look at the tone shifts here. This is all over the place. We can't do that. It was a really cool thing that you improv there, but it just doesn't fit with the rest of the movie. All right, I'm preaching here, but it's just I liked what they were trying to do with Thor: Love and Thunder. It just I have absolutely no plans to ever go back and watch it ever again. Yeah, and I think his comments are well founded, and I think if he ever does come back, I think he'll be back in an Avengers movie. it'll be more serious in tone again. Back to what the first Thor movie was kind of about, right? Let's take some live comments here. Arglass says there must be a grittier Thor Love and Thunder version out there. They should have made it rated R and more on-screen Christian Bale kills. Yeah, that too. Like you could tell there were scenes from uh, teaser trailers and stuff that Bale was really playing. He was letting himself like get into that character. Let him uh, show him. Don't dial it back because you're afraid that it may scare the kiddies.